Hey you guys, it's Christina and I'm with Leads and Leverage and I am live. And you know what I love to do? I love to help real estate agents just like you create more time, make more money, and quite honestly, love every moment of the journey. That is my goal for you. I want to help you become your local celebrity, basically, in your market so that you are the go-to agent. You are who people think of when they want to buy or sell real estate. That's my goal for you. So we're going to talk today about the number one thing that you need to do so that all the ads that you're running on Facebook, all the stuff that you're doing on Facebook, so that it actually converts. It's one thing. It's actually really simple, like super simple to do. However, a lot of agents struggle with actually doing it. It's a one and done even. It's not something you do every day, every week, every month, every year. You do it one time. But I think it is probably the biggest mental hurdle that real estate agents have to overcome to make this happen. So we're going to talk about that today, and I'm going to talk to you about the strategy behind it, the why behind it, etc. So if you are watching this in replay, yo, how are you? I'm Christina. I told you who I was. If you guys are watching this live, please say hi. You know what? Replay viewers, say hi. Comment below. And I actually have a question for you guys, okay? First of all, the first thing, if you're watching this and you're liking what I'm teaching you, what I'm doing here, etc., you can do me a favor. You can actually click like and comment. That would be huge. And if you're willing to share this to your personal profile, and so that people like you, agents and your colleagues, can see these trainings, that would be such a blessing to me. I would really appreciate that. I'm doing all this for you, not out of expectation of return, but it would be awesome if you guys would do that for me and just show people that you actually like what I'm teaching you. It's okay. They're not going to take over any of your buyers and sellers. It's okay if you share me. I promise. I've actually had people say, I don't want anybody to know about you. Like, well, that's kind of counterintuitive, isn't it? So if you like what I'm doing, what I'm teaching, that would be great. I really appreciate it. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for sharing. Hi. I want to say hi to everybody. Hi, Michael. Hi, Eric. Hi, Tammy. You guys. Hi. One of the things that I want to let you guys know as I'm going through these, I'm answering your questions on these episodes or shows or whatever you want to call it. Hi, Jerry. Answering all your questions and stuff. I've got lots more to answer, not today, over the next couple weeks. But one of the things that I wanted to tell you is I am debuting a brand new 4-part workshop. It's called the Real Estate Revolution. And it's coming. It's free. It is free. It's coming in April. But if you want to be notified of this workshop that will teach you, show you, walk you through the steps how to go from unknown agent to local celebrity, all through the power of Facebook. If you want to know about it, click the link in the description and in the comments. Click that link, have a little chat with Ribbit, our messenger bot, and he'll get you on the list. And he will let you know when that goes live. Good morning, Brian. You're like my cup of tea to get me started on the right foot. Thank you. Hi, Jerry. How are you guys? Today is kind of awesome. On a personal note, I'm the chauffeur for the entire family for the next couple of days because one of my sons got in a wreck. He is fine. Car, not so much, but it's at the body shop. And, as you guys know, my husband, he could probably drive, but we're kind of being a little bit safe and not letting him drive just in case he has another TIA. You're just being careful. Side note. Anyway, I really want to get into this. So I want to know, okay, Brenda, if you're interested, click the link. There's a link that will take you right over to Ribbit, our messenger bot, and he'll let you know. So once you click it, it'll open your messenger and he'll put you right on the Real Estate Revolution notification list. Guys, one of the things that I see, this is huge. This is like really big, and agents really struggle with this. And I didn't realize how big of a struggle it was, but right now, it's been this way for years and years and years. It is very counterintuitive. And I think that is why it is such a struggle. So I'm going to tell you what it is, and then I'm going to walk you through why. Here's this, here's this, here's this, here's this. And there's a lot. Not like opinion. I'm going to give you fact about how Facebook works, how it's best to do this, how conversions work, all this kind of stuff. So here's the number one thing. I think it is the biggest obstacle for all y'all. That is changing your Facebook page name. I'm going to get into specifics about this. Having a Facebook business page name that actually gets you conversions. So here's how most agents go into Facebook. And actually, I really would love to know from you guys, did you go into Facebook? Like, did you start a Facebook page like I'm going to describe? So just when I'm done, I want you to say, that was me. Like, raise your hand and say, that was me. Or that is me. You go onto Facebook, you're like, okay, I need to have a business page. You go to the business page and you put in Jane Doe Realtor or Jane Doe Helps Buyers and Sellers or whatever as your title name, or Jane Doe with Coldwell Banker or whatever. Remax Searcher 21. I'm not picking on a franchise at all. But you put your page name, you put Jane Doe Real Estate, home, whatever. That's your title, right? And then you go and you do like houses in the header photo, and you do whatever, your professional little photo in the profile photo and whatever. And then you start pumping your listings out on it. But here's the first thing. You put how many, I want you guys to raise your hands in here in the comments. How many of you created a business page and put your name or your team name or your brokerage name and or real estate in that page name? That was the page name for you. I want you to raise your hand because I would be willing to bet the most of you did. Because that's what everybody does. I mean, what else would we do? We don't know anything else. Like, we don't understand the nuances of Facebook and everything. So we do that. So raise your hand if that is you, that you've done that. I'll put this in front of the camera. Boom, boom, boom. I'm curious to know of the, so many of you guys that are on, if you guys are in replay, raise your hand at this point. Let me know if you did. Brenda, yes. Brenda's like, I did, but I changed it after listening to you. Now I'm receiving more hits on my page. Oh yeah, I'm going to show you everything. And this is going to go from not just people liking your page that are targeted, not just people engaging with your page, but people actually opting in when you run opt-in ads. It's going to change everything. Yes, Eric's like, that's me. Tammy, I love the little emoji. I like those. Raise your hand, you guys. I want to see. I would be willing to bet it's most of you. Totally, because that's what I would have thought at the very beginning. So here's what happens. So we think, okay, but here's, I think, why we do that. Number one, we don't know anything else. That's number one. But number two, we're like, but I want people to be able to find me on Facebook. You know, I want my past clients to be able to find me. I want people to be able to search for, Jane Doe in Salt Lake City or wherever you are. And we say that's what we want, right? But here's the thing. Facebook is not a search engine. Facebook is not a search engine. So if we're positioning our page name to come up in a search on a platform that is not a search-focused platform, our positioning is wrong. Our positioning is not going to work. So that's number one. Facebook's not a search engine. Yes, I realize Google is. Yes, I realize YouTube. Those are both search engines. Those are both, YouTube's video, but they're all search engines. Facebook is not. And Facebook hasn't actually competed in that arena. So Facebook's not a search engine. Facebook's not someplace where people go in and go, I want to buy a house in blah, 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 blah. Who do I go to? Or, homes for, they don't type in the search bar, homes for sale in or listing my house in. They don't do that in Facebook. So don't use the strategy of positioning your name for a method of search that's not what the platform's built for. Does that make sense, you guys? So that's number one. Facebook's not a search engine. You don't want to position your page name from a search perspective. Okay, so that's number one. And then number two on this, here's what Facebook is. Facebook is where people connect based on their social passions. So that can be grandkids. They want to see their grandkids if they're low, or friends, or high school buddies, or political groups, or religious groups, or like your hobbies, yard work, yard stuff, or I'm trying to think of hobbies really fast, crafting or cooking or whatever. People connect on Facebook for social passion reasons. Okay. That's why they connect. That's what they connect to. That's how they meet. It's not about search. So when you go to name your page, you need something. Number one, you need to show that it's local. So you need to have a local keyword in there. But two, you need to show something that connects on a passion level. Why would somebody want to even like your page? Okay. They don't want to like it because you are a real estate agent. They don't. And for most of us, we've had not enough transactions that we could go, well, I want my clients to like it. Well, I mean, really count how many transactions you've had over the years. Most agents haven't had even a fraction of what our team had. And so you'd have a page that had 50 or maybe 100 likes on it. And that's it. No one else would want to connect with it because they have no other connection with you. So you need to connect on a passion level that connects with people in your community. That is why I am a huge advocate for lifestyle focused pages. In fact, I came up with the moniker Homes and Lifestyle 5 or 6 years ago, 7 years ago, 8 years ago. I forget how long now. Like at the beginning when there were no homes and lifestyle pages. You don't need to use the words homes and lifestyle. My point is that you need to have a lifestyle focused page. So your town, homes and lifestyle, not your county, not your tri-state area, not your state, town. If you're in, I'm going to use this example. If you are in LA, but you actually work a section of LA, but you're afraid to narrow it down, stop being afraid, narrow it down. It will change your business. Okay, hopefully Iris can hear me. I know the rest of you can hear me. So here's the thing. The reason that I'm talking about, I've got more for you. I'm going to tell you more things. The first one is that Facebook's not a search engine. Stop positioning your page so that it can be found in search because Facebook's not a search engine. That's what we're doing. Number two, people connect on Facebook for social passion reasons. You need to have your page focused in that realm. So this is just how, right now, this is just how Facebook works. We're not even getting into the human psyche and how we work and what we do. We're going to get into that. And what do? We say we do versus what we actually do. I'm going to walk you through that. So I did this because, an agent in our Facebook and Real Estate Agents group, the public group, asked, why is it better to not have name or real estate in the page title? And then someone said, also, I want real estate agents to show up when searching for agents in the area. People don't search for the agents. They don't search anything like that on Facebook. In fact, if you guys know anything about Facebook, it's often hard to find groups around topics we like because people name things different names. Like if you're looking at I eat keto, that's our lifestyle. And every time I type it, I have to type in the word keto to find groups and things that I want to connect to. But if people don't put that in the title, it doesn't always come up. It's hard. It's not a good search engine. She said, or I don't know if it's she or he, want real estate agent to show up when searching for an agent in the area, want to show up in searches. That's not, the people will not go to Facebook and say, real estate agents in the area. They won't, because you have to have the exact word in the page name that they're searching. You can't do long tail searches. You can't do variant searches. You can't do anything. It is not a search engine. So we cannot position our page in that way. Now, a side note, Google indexes our pages, but they do it on the whole, not just the page name, which means that your about section, your story, your content, that is where we're going to get you ranked high with your Facebook page on Google. But your goal should be to get your website ranked high, not your page. Okay, we're going to go on for this. Someone else said, I'd like better understanding of how different title benefits are, how different title benefits me. Sorry. Examples of who it's worked for and why. So those three comments were going on in a thread, and I was like, okay, I need to do this for you guys to help you because this is kind of big. I get so, like lately, the last 2 months, I have seen a huge increase in the number of agents in my market area who are paying for ads and pushing out Facebook ads. And it's page-like ads, and for the most part, and their page names. I'm like, what? There's no reason for me to want to connect based on Jane Doe, real estate agent, or Jane Doe at Coldwell Banker. There's zero reason. And when you're pushing that out and you're saying, I'm a great agent, or I'm going to help you, or I'm the number one, or I did this, or I did that, nobody gives a rat's butt. Nobody cares. They don't care. They care what you are doing for them, like physically, not telling them what you're doing, physically doing. So that's a sideline. Hey, you guys, please say hi. If you guys like what I'm doing, you know the biggest gift you could give me is you could comment once at least, click like, and share this. This is huge for me. It really helps me reach other agents, all those agents who are doing stuff that annoy you on Facebook. It helps me reach them so that they can learn. So if you guys would do that for me, thank you. I really, really appreciate it. And I thank you guys for liking. I see you guys already doing that. Thank you very much. Very much. So here we talked about number 1, Facebook is not a search engine. You do not position your page like a search engine. Number 2, Facebook is about connecting on social passions. Social passions. Okay, that's why we connect. You must connect that way with Facebook. This is Facebook and people on Facebook. Good morning, Kelly. How are you? Hi, Jessica. Hi, Brian. Hi, Iris. Hi, Benita. Hi, Misty. I see you guys. You're awesome. Okay, so here's the thing. When people, I'm looking at my notes here to make sure I get everything. People search for questions and properties. That in general, that's what they use Google for. Okay, so people are searching like that. Hi, Misty. Oh, I already said hi to you and you're saying hi back. Well, awesome. You got another hi. You guys are awesome. So they search for those things. So what you can do, so you think of it like an answer their question and solve their problems in your blog post and in your page post. So those are going to go out into Google. That's how they're going to search. But on Facebook itself, your page name is the first thing that is seen for everything. That's the first thing that people look at. When you're running audience building ads, like page-like ads, people look at the page name. Oh, yeah, no, I'm not going to like that page. But if it was Coeur d'Alene Homes and Lifestyle, and it's all about living in Coeur d'Alene, or that's our area, all about living the lifestyle in Coeur d'Alene, they're like, oh yeah, I'm in Coeur d'Alene, I like that. Or I want to move to Coeur d'Alene, I like that. Totally different than Christina Etheridge, Realtor at SKE Realty Group. Awesome, has done X amount of transactions or whatever. Totally different. People want to connect with something that connects with them. They don't want to be sold to. They assume that if your page name is that, they're going to be sold to. Now, if you're worried about disclosures and stuff, that can go in the header photo, that can go in the about section, that can go in the company profile, it can go in your story. It can go 4 places so that it is visible everywhere. Okay, so you're not stealth. You're not against your real estate commission rules and guidelines. But in that page name needs to be something that people passionately resonate with. Social passions, okay? The other piece to this, there's this thing into Facebook. If you name your page name, and it's Jane Doe Realtor, you accumulate likes, you've got 500 or 600 likes, and you get married and you're now Jane Smith Realtor, Facebook doesn't like us to change our names, our page names. They don't like it when we want to do that. And they make it hard and in many cases impossible. So you spent time and money and energy creating Jane Doe Realtor, and you're now Jane Smith Realtor. Or you spent time and money and energy creating Jane Doe Coldwell Banker Agent, and you go over to Century 21. And now we're Century 21. You can't keep using that page. If you can't get Facebook to change the page name, it's not going to help you. So you need to have a page name that flows with you through marriage, through divorce, through broker changes, through everything. I mean, even you cannot say for a fact that you will never, ever change brokerages or you'll never change your name. Here's why. Because your broker may die. Your broker may die. And the brokerage may be bought out. The brokerage may be sold. The brokerage may be go bankrupt. The broker may decide to go from RE/MAX to GMAC. That's what ours did. So you have to be aware of this. You need to have a page that will stand the test of time. Okay? You don't want to lose the money that you're putting into this. So that's a whole nother logistics reason. And so when I see real estate commissions like saying you have to do this and that, I'm like, they have no idea how Facebook works. Not just from a not search perspective, but like we're putting money into these pages. We're building this and bringing this and using it as a funnel. Remember, your page is your conduit. It is not your landing page. It's a conduit. So they don't understand this. And so there's a lot of workarounds so that you can stay in alignment with the commission and all the rules and everything. But your page name is the place where you do not want to subject yourself to your name, your brokerage, your team, because nobody wants to connect to those. All right. So you need to focus on, it's really those main big 3 things. You need to have a name, focus on it like a homes and lifestyle concept. You don't need to use the words. And oh, by the way, I know several of you are like, oh, somebody's already got Coeur d'Alene Homes and Lifestyle. This is not a domain name. You can have Coeur d'Alene Homes and Lifestyle too. If you're going to have a strategy about how to go out and proactively find targeted people to connect to your page, it doesn't matter if you have the same page name. You're going to be different than every other business. They're not going to do what you're doing. Nobody is. It's like less than 5% of agents actually implement. It's crazy. 87% of agents are out of the business in 5 years or less. I talked about this yesterday, that it's typically a lack of understanding, a lack of an overconfidence in how much work that has to be done. It's a lot of work. You're building a business. And so you want to make sure that when you're building this business, that what you're investing in, Facebook's a great place to invest in. However, Facebook's a conduit. Facebook could go away. Facebook could change. But in the meantime, you want to make sure that when you're doing this, when you're naming your page name, that it is a page name that will resonate on a passion level. Do people love living where you're at? They must, because people are there and people keep moving there. So it doesn't matter where you are. There's got to be some reason people like living there. So connect on a passion, homes and lifestyle concept. Hi, David. I'm glad you can hear me, Iris. That's awesome. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for sharing. Thank you so much for commenting. Thank you so much for clicking like. This helps me. With me giving you all this, I wanted to get this out into more agents' sphere. I want them to hear these messages. I want them to start taking back control of the real estate industry from Zillow, Realtor.com, Trulia. I want you guys to control it. This is your business. It is not I realize that we're under brokerages, but it's not your broker's business. It's your business. It's not Zillow's business. It's your business. It is time that we start taking back control as agents. It is time that we, I hate this phrase, raise the bar by actually acting different. That we actually treat our businesses like businesses. No, I do not believe that we should have a higher cost for agents to get into the business. I do not believe that we actually need a higher entry-level education. What we need are people to actually treat their business like a business. And this is what I'm recommending. When you do this, you connect with people on a people level and a one-on-one level, and you also treat your business like a business. Huge. Edie says, or I think it's Edie, if I pronounced it wrong, let me know. Can you have more than one Facebook business page? Okay, so there's a can you or should you? Can you? Yeah, Facebook will let you make as many business pages as you want. But here's the thing. You do not want to spread your eggs outside of one basket at all. You can't sustain it or build it. You can't afford to take the hits that you're going to take, and I mean negative hits, when people are confused by the multiple pages. We get panicked about narrowing into one area. So if we were going to say like Coeur d'Alene Homes and Lifestyle, if I'm going to say Coeur d'Alene Homes and Lifestyle, now I know this is not true, but a lot of agents think this. They're like, but I sell in Post Falls and I sell in Hayden. I happen to live in Hayden. I could walk to Coeur d'Alene. That's how close we are. Okay. So here's the thing. We think, oh my goodness, I won't get those people. You will. But even if you didn't, if you dominate your market as a local celebrity for Coeur d'Alene Homes and Lifestyle, number one, I guarantee you, all the surrounding areas, they're going to contact you. But number two, you're going to dominate in your area. You're going to dominate that town. If you don't specialize and focus, if you have multiple pages, people are going to be confused. You're going to go crazy. I'm serious. This is because of the amount of energy that you need to put into the page to build that audience. And I don't have this right in front of me. Maybe I do. Remember, guys, I'm always talking about your buckets. Let me pull that. I'm always talking about your buckets and how important your buckets are. Where the heck is it? I was going to redrop. There it is. I was going to redrop for you guys. I'm always talking about this. You're on Facebook. We're building this audience right here. This audience, this is your audience. Not your list, not your clients. It's your audience. It's your power. That is the source of your power. Using Facebook to build an audience. Now, that audience is comprised of your page likes. It's comprised of people who have engaged with your page. It's also, because of Facebook, comprised of people who have visited your website. It's comprised of people who have opted into your email list. Facebook is powerful. You want to use that power now. You want to leverage it now. Get that page name changed. Make it a passion-focused page name. Lifestyle, that's contextual. Lifestyle, homes and lifestyle focused, not homes for sale, not just homes. It's about the lifestyle. Why do people buy a home in certain areas? Because of their perceived status, because of the perceived lifestyle, because of their desires to be the person that would live in that house. That's why. That's why people buy when they're going to live in it. There's not a single person who doesn't buy with no emotion attached. There's not. There's people who think they do. But as long as they're a human being, there's emotion attached. And they are. Hi, Lance. You guys, I want to make sure you guys are aware of this. Please, definitely do that. Change your page name. Make it Homes and Lifestyle Focused. Now, some of you are going to have a page with over 200 page likes, and you're going to have a hard time changing your page name. This is a bonus. I'm going to tell you how to do this, okay? There is a process that you can go through to change your name. So say your page name is Jane Doe Realtor, and you want to change it to, let me think of just a minute. Let me think of a really good, a close name, small name. Costa Mesa Homes and Lifestyle. So you go from Jane Doe Realtor to Costa Mesa Homes and Lifestyle. Because Costa Mesa, there's a whole bunch of surrounding towns. There's Irvine, there's Huntington Beach, there's Santa Ana, all these places connected. But Costa Mesa is the name you're going to focus on, right? So you want to change from Jane Doe Realtor to Costa Mesa Homes and Lifestyle. Facebook will not let you go in and just zip out Jane Doe Realtor and pop in Costa Mesa Homes and Lifestyle. They won't. You're going to have to go through a couple step process. So you go Jane Doe Realtor dash Costa Mesa Homes and Lifestyle. You can add that to the name. Then you have to wait 7 days. After 7 days, you can go back in and you can delete everything before Costa Mesa Homes and Lifestyle. You can delete out Jane Doe Realtor. They'll let you do that. You might even have to do it in more than 2 steps. You might have to do that, but that's how you change from names from so opposite names. They want to make sure that, number one, you're not starting out with like a G-rated page and going to an R-rated page. They want to make sure that people are not deceived. There's no bait and switch or anything like that. You're staying the same. You're still realtor. You still have your, don't forget to reveal everything, guys. Company info, about section, story, header photo. There's 2 states that require header photo. I think it's Texas and one of the Virginias that require it. I can't remember which one. Or New Jersey. One of them does. And you need to have it in your header photo if it's not in your page name. So that's easy to do. You can do all your disclosures, etc. I just want to make sure you guys are aware that that's the changes that you need to make. Do you have any questions on this? I'm actually going to stay on for just a couple more minutes because it takes about 30 seconds for me to see your questions when you pop up. Type your questions below. Do you have any questions? I talked about basically the 3 main reasons. 2 are related to how Facebook is used, how Facebook works. And you know what I did not talk about, you guys? I did not tell you the conversion stuff. So here's the thing. When your page name is Jane Doe Realtor and you're running an ad and you're running an opt-in ad and you want people to opt in, they're going to go, your opt-ins decrease a lot because people look at it as a sales pitch. However, if you run an ad and it's Costa Mesa Homes and Lifestyle and you're like, Costa Mesa, check out these awesome Costa Mesa homes. That's not a good ad, but let's just say it is. People are, okay, Costa Mesa Homes and Lifestyle. I'll go look at that. There's a much, much higher, like 50, 60, 70% higher conversion rate when the name is focused on their passion versus when the name is focused on you or your brokerage or your team. It's massive. It is massive. I cannot tell you. Your costs go down. Your conversions go up. It is huge. So from a business perspective, you'd be a nutcase not to change your page name. Don't focus on branding. Don't focus on, but I want everything to be the same everywhere. No, we have been sold a bill of lies, myths, that matters when we're first building our business. Does not. Does not. It doesn't. So ask me your questions. Any questions? Anything I can help you with? Let me, I want to make sure I can see the questions that people are asking. And for some reason, I cannot, let me see if I can pop the questions in there. Just looking. Options. Can't see the questions. Okay. Let's see. Brenda says, you mentioned it is okay if there is already a page with the same name and that it would be okay to create another. What is the effect of this? Will it cause confusion for consumers? No, it will not cause confusion for consumers, Brenda. Here's why. People don't use Facebook to search. They don't. You're going to be running ads reaching out to people. That doesn't. Now, and that's exactly, it doesn't matter because you're going to be running the ads. No one else is. They're not going to. Jen says, would it be better to target a city or multiple cities in an area? I'm located in the West Valley. West Valley of where? There's no keyword in that. So I'm located in, not just West Valley, I want the town. What town are you located in? But this is still a large area and I'm hoping to narrow down my area somewhat. You need the town. I have no idea what West Valley is or where it is. And I realize that I'm most likely not your market, but anybody that's doing stuff, if they are not from the area or know the colloquialisms or how we call things, they're not going to understand West Valley. So you want to make sure. So if I were to say North Idaho homes and lifestyle, people from outside the area are like, oh, okay. But here's the thing. Most people think that means not Coeur d'Alene, Sandpoint. They think it means Sandpoint. It's almost an hour away. I don't work Sandpoint. Now, there are agents that do, but I don't want to be that wide. I want to be focused. Coeur d'Alene. I want to specialize. Okay, Phoenix. Where in Phoenix? There's 500 billion towns connecting to Phoenix. Do you just work the actual Phoenix city limits? Or do you work Glendale or Mesa? Or I'm trying to remember all the different ones that I've been to right around there. All of those. Which one is the area that you work in? Which one is that? So you pick that area and go for it, because what you're going to be doing is, especially my Leads and Leverage members, you're going to be targeting people with specific zip codes who own houses in your target area. So you need to be really granular. You need to be into that keyword that they use. Like I just described, Coeur d'Alene, Hayden, Post Falls. Going from Coeur d'Alene to, well, certain areas from Coeur d'Alene to Post Falls, you could throw a stone. It's like the line's connected. There's housing developments that are half in Post Falls, half in Coeur d'Alene. Same with Hayden and Coeur d'Alene. We're all this little tri-city area, but nobody ever calls it the Tri-City. So that's what you need to do. You need to focus on that specific area. Town. Avondale. I would do Avondale homes and lifestyles or whatever, something along those lines. You don't have to use the word homes and lifestyles. Here's two things for you. Number one, if you're spending more than 15 minutes trying to think of a page name, just use the words homes and lifestyle, okay? But number two, if you're like, I don't want to use that, I want to do something else, fine. But don't spend huge amounts of time on it. This is not, you need to have a passion focus page. It needs to be a very focused name. That's the important thing. Avondale, like Jen said, or Coeur d'Alene, or Ogden, rather than this, Ogden, Utah versus Costa Mesa versus Orange County, La Mesa versus San Diego. You need those narrowed. You need it narrowed unless you work the city. If you're in Manhattan, you want to do one of the boroughs. I mean, not one of obviously Manhattan versus Brooklyn versus Queens. But even then, I would do Upper West Side. I would do Lower East Side. I would do Battery Park. I would do really narrow this down. By the words so people connect and resonate, because people move to certain areas. People live in certain areas because of what the lifestyle is like. Really showcase the lifestyle in your area, which here, by the way, is a really big factor about this. It forces you to go deep. What more is there about my town? So we moved to Hayden, last summer. I've lived in Coeur d'Alene, I've lived in Dalton Gardens, I've lived in Post Falls, I've lived in all of those areas. I've never actually lived in Hayden. Now, here's the thing. I lived in Dalton Gardens for 20 years of my life and walked, we were right across the border. I walked to the library, rode my bike to the library in Hayden. So it's not like I've never been here and not like I don't visit here. But here's the thing. I've never physically lived in Hayden. And we're like, this is a really cute, small little town. We've never gone to any of it's weird saying that because we're actually part of the whole, and most of everything that we do is outside of Hayden. But that's an example. It's forcing, I'm not selling real estate in the area, but me being here and really helping you guys, I'm really looking, they have cute little things. We could walk to it. We're so close. We're out, but we're so close. We're not even a half mile to the center of town, but yet we live on an acre. It's just, we love this. So, but my point is that I would want to really showcase the lifestyle here. What's the lifestyle like? Well, it's very different than living in Post Falls, most of Post Falls, because there's a lot more freedom. I'm not in a neighborhood. There are neighborhoods, but I'm not in a planned neighborhood. So there's no HOA, things like that. That's what I was getting at with that. But that's what you want to do. You want to showcase the different things, the benefits, what it's like. Why is, this is an example. So I've lived on septic tanks all my life, except for since I've been married. And actually I've now been married half my life. But before I got married, it was always on septic tanks. And since I've been married, it's always been on city water or city sewer. And we're back on a septic tank again. So teaching people what does that mean? What do you have to do? Is it different than, 20 years ago, 25 years ago, very different. Like the systems were different. The stuff was different. You had to be careful what you're doing. That's the kind of stuff. I know that sounds crazy because you're talking about biological stuff, but it's things that people need to know about living there. Maybe they're scared of being on septic, or maybe they think, oh my gosh, an acre is going to be a lot to maintain, or maybe they're like, I'd rather live in a neighborhood, so showcase those. You have so much you can showcase about your tiny little towns. I realize there's like 10,000 people in Hayden. That's not a tiny town, but comparatively it is. But my example is, the reason for sharing this is you need to share the lifestyle in that specific area, not as a whole, because the lifestyle in Avondale, for example, Jen, is different than the lifestyle in downtown Phoenix. It's different. So that's what you want to do. You want to resonate with the people. All right, you guys, it doesn't look like you have, Tammy says, ask me your questions. I'll tell you no lies. No, I won't. In fact, I might be a little bit too blunt at times. I'm trying not to be. A little bit too, I'm not going to beat around the bush with you guys. That's absolutely true, Tammy. I didn't see that before. Any other questions, you guys? And I'm going to wrap it up. And then Friday, we're going to talk about how to get immediate business. If you guys want in on the real estate revolution, brand new 4-part workshop that I'm doing. Members, if you're already a member of Leads and Leverage, this will be inside the membership after I debut it. So you'll get to watch all the replays. But if you want to be part of the real estate revolution, 4-part video workshop that I'm creating for you guys, how to go from unknown agent to local celebrity in your market using Facebook, click the link above in the description or in the comments and let Ribbit know that you want him to tell you when it goes live. We will do that. All right, you guys, thank you so much for your time. You're amazing. I love you guys. Keep your questions coming. We're going to get changes in your business. Have a fabulous day. Thanks, you guys.